Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks, where finally, after a second straight ho-hum 2-2 week, you're down juice to Vegas, and your ho ain't humming on anything. It's a blowjob joke. And while Daddy sits at 17 and 19 and 47% overall against the spread, if you've been riding him the past 3 weeks, he's reeled off 10 wins versus just 4 losses and sits at 71%. And maybe that aforementioned ho of yours has indeed been riding you as well. In any case, let's stop screwing around with the double entendre and see if you can't double the digits you deposit into your bank account and possibly double the digits you deposit into that hoe of yours. Garrett gets it. Now let's get to the pick. My first pick, the Browns are giving one the hook to the Jets at MetLife Stadium. Oh, Garrett, you may think the Jets are the least forward-thinking team in the NFL, but shows what you know, because while the FAA said Wednesday that it was taking the extraordinary steps of reducing air traffic by 10% across 40 high-volume markets beginning Friday, Jets were smart enough to reduce 90% of their stars on Tuesday at the NFL's trade deadline, sending Sauce Gardner to the Colts for a pair of first-rounders, and then defensive tackle Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys. Oh, joke's coming for that. For the first and second-rounders, giving the Jets 4 chances over the next 2 years to find the next Zach Wilson or Vernon Gholston or Christian Hackenberg. You don't remember him? That's him in his Memphis Express uni of the AAF because he never played a game for the Jets. Yeah, they were all recent first and second rounders. That's why the Jets are associated with 3 of the 4 most horrific drafts in history, with the other being Vietnam. Insistent quarterback Dylan Gabriel has more trouble moving the ball downfield than most QBs, but he'll be playing against the Jets D that will make him look like Roman Gabriel. And Quinshawn Judkins will look like a Roman god. What? There's no one else that's ever been named Quinshawn in the world. Google it. And while you're at it, take the Browns and lay the 1 in the hook. Boo! My next pick, where's Bill? The Bears are laying 4 and hook to the G-Men in Chi-Town. Yes, the Bears tried their damnedest to give the game back to the Bengals and Joe Flacco last week, but let's face it, they were facing a Bengals D, which is, if you're not sure how bad they are, look no further than the game-winning TD pass on Sunday to Colston Loveland, where 3 Cincy defenders missed 4 tackles on 1 play. At this point, opposing teams don't even need to practice the week before because they know they'll be facing tackling dummies on Sunday. And while Flacco's rejuvenated the Bengals offense, throwing to his talented receivers, Chase and Higgins, all the Giants have left is their QB Jackson Dart, losing their 2-star players Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterboo this year. AIDS. The G-Men need more players like Dart, as opposed to the actual darts their front office threw at the draft board when they selected Tyrone Tracy Jr. Ugh, Bears roll. Lay the 4.5. My next pick, the Seahawks are giving 6 and a hook to the Cards in Seattle. The Seahawks are coming off a beatdown of the Commanders on Sunday night, where the only thing more crooked than the number they put up in the first 3 quarters against the Redskins, Commanders, was the elbow of Jaden Daniels, which pointed to the sideline he should have been sitting on with the team trailing by 4 scores. In fact, the only thing in a more awkward position than his elbow was head coach Dan Quinn's head, which was completely up his ass. Now they get to face a Cards quarterback in Jacoby Brissett, who replaced Kyler Murray, who the Cardinals decided was injured after Brissett beat the Cowboys Monday night. Of course, it helps that the team is averaging 70 more yards and 5 more points per game with Brissett in the lineup. But those extra points and yards actually came against prevent defenses in losses to the Colts and Packers and the Cowboys, who have the second worst defense in the league. And the only person who didn't realize it was defensive end Marshall Nealton, who said, "We need Quinnen Williams like I need a hole in my head." What? I made this video on Tuesday. Anyway, pull the trigger on Seattle, as those padded points and yards in prevent time won't be available to Brissett and their top 10 defense of Seattle that ranks second against the run in the NFL. Take the Seahawks and lay the 6 and a hook. Which brings you to double your money Monday night bet. Eagles getting 2 and hook from the Packers in Green Bay. Remember when the Eagles had that closed-door player meeting before they went out and got embarrassed by Steve's Giants on a Thursday night game? Yeah, me neither. Because since then, the Birds have been the team that you do remember from 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. See, that's better than 3 of the last 8. Beating the Vikes and G-Men again while reminding you of the people everyone seems to think they'd forgotten. First, they beat the Vikes in the air, with Hurts connecting with A.J. Brown for 2 TDs and 121 yards on just 4 receptions. then beating the G-Men with 150 rushing yards from Saquon Barkley. Where'd they get him, Steve? And suddenly, just like that, the Eagles offense is back. And that Vikings game, Hurts connected with Devontae Smith 9 times for 183 yards, including a 79-yard strike. Because while you seem to think Hurts is a scrambling quarterback, you fail to realize he's more accurate with his deep balls than anyone in the league. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the NFL. He'd be hoisting a trophy at the AVNs in January. Don't act like you didn't know they were in January, Garrett. And unlike those porn stars, the Packers actually should be embarrassed watching films of what they did the past 3 weeks, struggling against the Cards and losing as double-digit faves to your Panthers, Kiki. Nothing could be finer. Take the Birds, lay the 2 and hook. Those are Geno's picks.